What's up, people? Welcome to the Where's My Hat podcast, episode 23. We have kind of a crazy one for you, actually. This is, so earlier today, Stacey broke up with Kay, and, they took some of that to the podcast. So it gets a little wild. So just be warned of that. We do have a great guest, who is very patient, and want to thank her, Terra, for coming on. So her name's Terra Lyn Irish. She is not a country singer, but she is a stand-up comedian from Fort Wayne. And again, I apologize for some of this. It gets pretty crazy. They're yelling at each other. A lot of awkward anger, you know, and Tara's just there to experience this firsthand. So, yeah, just be warned. Let's get into it.
Are trying so hard to win me back.
For what?
You just are.
Am I trying hard?
You just did something that you've never done in your life.
I have once on your birthday, and I was really drunk, and I'm kind of drunk now.
Okay.
You took one shot.
Well, I had a drink. I'm on drink number 2, and I've had a shot. So,
do I need to remove myself or
You're on drink number 2?
I'm on drink number 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to offend you. It's not that
I know.
it wasn't okay with
here.
me, but it's just that I don't want to be confusing.
You are confusing.
Well,
You say you're a lesbian, yet you've dated men. It's really confusing for me.
All right. Let's get this podcast started. How about we can hash this out during.
You don't date men anymore.
No, never again. Never ever again.
That's a lesbian.
I have been abused enough by a man. I get enough abuse from women without feeling completely violated.
Woof,
so
relatable.
yeah. Anyway, I'm a little bit drunk and otherwise now.
I'm going to sit close to everybody.
That's great. I
Move all
love
my
that.
shit
I
out
feel
the
like
way.
that's a good idea. I just, I'm not sure that the previous situation was the correct one.
That's what I'm used to.
All right. Anyway, let's get this actually started appropriatly. How about?
Let's do it.
Whenever we ever started this appropriately.
Never.
What is appropriate?
This will be the first time. All right. Welcome to Where's My Hat? I'm your host, Stacey Stark, accompanied by, what is your name?
Like you've never met her before.
Well, I just want her to introduce herself properly.
That's a really good question. I've been contemplating on my place in the world today. And, in my place in the world, I should have a name to make myself validated in where we're at in society. And I've come to the conclusion that I have no fucking clue.
All right. Welcome to Where's My Hat? I am your host, Stacey Stark, accompanied by
Thanks, Kay.
Kay Banks.
Thanks, Kay. Kay, thanks.
All right.
K Banks, not K Thing.
Kay, thanks.
It rhymes anyway.
Kay, thanks, Kay Banks.
And who are you?
Hi. Oh my God, I've just been talking this whole time and I didn't introduce myself. My name is Tara. What up?
What is your full name? Because I have follow-up questions.
My name is Terra Lyn Irish. That's my full legal name at the moment.
And why are you named that?
Oh, are we going off of that bit?
I just want to say some stuff.
My parents named me Terra Lyn in the hopes that if I ever needed a stage name, if I ever became a star, a country singer specifically, that I could just go by like my one name, like Madonna or Cher. Just
Terra
Terra
Lyn.
Lyn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And may I ask, how did that work out for them?
Well, here we are. I don't know. I talk in a microphone
I don't know
on
either.
stage sometimes, so
You do that, but
I really like my name.
as far as I'm aware, you are not a country singer.
I'm not a country singer. I was jamming to some Carrie and Miranda and all them good girls. Like
Miranda Lambert.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was jamming just a little while ago. I was folding laundry, listening to my playlist, and a
Mm-hmm.
good lot of country songs came on.
Are you a good singer?
That's a subjective question.
I mean, do you feel like you like the sound of your voice?
I like to sing.
Has anyone ever told you that they like the sound of your voice?
I mean, some people, yeah. Some people also
Has
find it
anyone ever told
terribly
you-
grating.
That they like the sound of your voice?
Yes.
Who?
I don't know
face
if you
you're
want to get
making
into
right
that
now.
right now.
Well, they were lying to get in your pants.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not that great.
At
That'd be like
singing.
not the best
anything.
way to pick me up personally, to be like, I like your voice.
Well, that's
To
how
be
they get
fair-
into into a conversation. Oh my God, your voice is amazing. What's your name?
That's
And
not
then
what
it goes
happened at
on.
all. No.
Sounds like his next pickup line, though.
I know it worked. Apparently,
To be fair, if you really want to know,
I don't.
all right, then I won't tell you. I will respect your choices.
Anyways,
Anyway,
this is gonna get
Anyways.
awkward very often.
I am so happy to have a third.
I love that. I do just want to
Are you-
say with the microphones now that Wear My Hat by Mac Miller came on my playlist on the drive here.
Yeah, how does that song go? Will you sing it for us? Just a little bit. Just like,
Baby, you could wear my hat. Just make sure you give it back. I love me some Mac.
by the way, before I leave here, I need to get my sweater.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're just going there today.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that too. I was like, man, hats, hoodies, class rings, Letterman jackets. Like, women have just an innate primal need to steal men's things, men's over things. Their jackets, their hats. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's like a dominance thing.
You know, when I was with Dominic, I used to wear his blazer sometimes. That was cool. Yeah.
Men have superior clothing items. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have any clothing items of him, though. Once I broke up with him, I put all of his shit in garbage bags and I brought it to his new place. So,
Savage.
yeah.
I'm probably going to make like a ton of side noise. And so, for the sake of editing this
fine.
podcast, I'm so sorry.
Dude, let me tell you, Red was here, and
I love Red.
was
Shout out to Red.
eating on the podcast,
Shout
mouthful
out
of
to Red.
food. So it's fine.
That is true. I was listening to that yesterday.
Was it peanut
And
M&Ms?
there
Was
were-
she eating peanut M&Ms?
No, it
No.
was Cool Ranch Doritos that I got for her because that's what she requested. Yeah, I don't know. I was listening to that yesterday. That was interesting. I don't know. It was all right.
You know those like ASMR videos where people just like chew food? I think
Yeah.
that's super strange. I don't get that.
I don't get ASMR
Is not
either.
I like ASMR like kinetic sands, like that one, like when they do the cutting or the like when it falls or whatever. But
I don't even get that.
or like slime. Slime. Is
Like
a
I
fun
get
one.
I get the visual satisfying look, but I don't get the audio visual satisfying feel. Like I don't understand that. Like I could watch a woodworking video for hours and not even like change or do anything.
Have
But
you ever
listening to
heard
someone
a
chew is so
sound-
annoying.
Well, yes, no, that is very annoying. Have you ever heard a sound though that like makes the hair on your arm stand up?
Like in a bad way.
No, like in a
Like
in like a good
Styrofoam
shiver.
crushing is automatically makes my teeth hurt. Like when I hear
Oh, well,
someone
see, that's not.
I don't like metal sounds. Metal against metal or like chalkboard sounds, that kind of shit. I don't like that.
I don't mind chalkboard, but like when it comes to styrofoam screeching, oh my god, it's the worst sound ever.
That is a terrible, awful sound. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It makes not only my teeth hurt, but it makes the most center part of my brain itch. It is the weirdest fucking experience. Like I cannot stand it. Same with like certain pitches. Certain pitches gives me a headache instantaneously, all inside every part of my brain. It's
same for sure.
I don't know if it's because
the neurodivergent urge to just
kill,
just be in silence, in deafening silence.
I don't want to kill anybody, but yeah, to be in silence,
or to have the constant white noise, because I sleep with like a purifier. I need like the white noise. If it's too silent, can't fucking sleep, dog.
I sleep with a TV on at the level of sound where it's like I can hear that there's something there, but I can't actually hear what they're saying. Because if I could hear what they're saying, I would be up all night watching it.
Yeah.
So Tara, are you from Fort Wayne?
Not originally, no.
Where are you from?
Los Angeles. Burbank.
Your whole childhood?
I mean, we moved here when I was 7, so like I completed.
I was gonna say, like, you're an adult and you're from LA. Why are you here?
I completed first grade in Los Angeles.
That's crazy. Were the people like real bitches there? Did you always feel like you weren't pretty enough?
Oh, well, I am the opposite of a stereotypical California girl. I am not tall. I am not blonde. I suck at volleyball and I hate avocados. But
I love avocados. But can I ask you a personal question?
Wet mud.
This hair color that you have right now, this very dark brown, almost black but not, is that your natural hair color?
Yes it is.
So when I first met you, you were relatively blonde.
Yes, and you know what, I was relatively blonde just a couple days ago, but I recently put the purple back in because blonde I am not. Blonde is a means to an end for me.
Because you want the color.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That's a thing.
Yeah. Blonde is just a means to an end. It is not at all the color hair that I should have.
You know, when I first met you, you had like blonde tips because your hair was growing out.
Is that why you broke
Your
up
hair
with
was
me?
very, very long.
Yeah, that's why I broke up with her too.
Wow, broke up with me.
I'm
the
not,
one date that we went on.
No. I actually want to get into that.
Okay.
So you and I, we did. You know, we
went
met
on a date.
at comedy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gave me a perfect opening. Did she tell you this? Because you don't tell this joke anymore. I don't know if it's because the context has changed now.
That's how much you care about it. I have no idea. Go for it. You apparently remember better than I do.
You told a joke it was at Wrigley about how you had never had an orgasm, which as a newly single fucking big fuckboy dyke like myself,
everyone thinks
it was
that they're going to be the
opening.
one to do
it's
it.
Like you just teed me up right there, dog.
You're like,
so
I can do that for you.
Well, right? I was like, you want to change that? I mean, you just teed it right up. You know?
Yeah.
It was an easy pickup, no offense, and you fell for it. You were like, yeah.
I don't know that I would say I fell for it. I think that you're. I think no. Let me say, I think that you're relatively attractive.
Oh,
I enjoyed speaking with you, and so I was like, of course, I would like to get to know this person better who hit on me. You know?
Gotcha. I mean, obviously, yeah.
And then we had our date. Do you want to describe what that was like?
That was the first time I've ever been to drag bingo, which is super fun.
See, you remember so much more about this than I do.
I didn't very drunk.
I knew that it was at After Dark.
You were very drunk. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
We talked in my car for a while.
You told me that I had a dark attachment that I needed to cut the cord.
Did I tell you
spiritually.
This is one of those examples where I'll say something profound to people and I'll black out completely, and then I'll come back around and they'll be like, wow, man, I really needed to hear that. Like, thank you. How did you know? And I'm like, wasn't for me.
That's awesome. No, and honestly, I do think that you really helped me because you said that to me and it stuck, and I think subconsciously I did cut that cord, and whatever that was following me my entire life, it was gone. And
all you have to
all
do is set the oh, thanks. I give people the power to do what they need to do for themselves. I try to be a mirror, I think, as much as I can, so that people can really see, like. And I mean, honestly, thinking back on it too, yeah, you definitely something about your aura or like your presence lightened up after that.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to divulge on what that was?
I'm like a super spiritual person. I've had a lot of spiritual, I don't know, you could say paranormal experiences throughout my life. So like I'm just very in tune with energy and the universe and spirituality in general.
What was that dark presence that she's talking about, Stacey?
It was something that I had with me my entire life up until the point where I met Terra and I cut it off.
Because I am a powerful witch.
Growing up in my house in Storm Lake, Iowa with my grandparents, I never felt safe. Like, in the basement, in my bedroom at night, any of it. There was always something there. And I thought that it was the house. But then I went to college and I lived in a dorm and it was still there. And then I lived in another dorm. It was still there. And so on, apartment after apartment, never feeling safe, always feeling like I was being watched.
I was going to say, I remember you saying that specifically, that you always felt like you were being watched by something malicious.
Something bad.
Yeah.
And I think you said that it may have been someone from my past life, as
I do recall that, yeah.
in Fanta Margarita, the Queen of Austria, that it was possibly, I don't remember what you said. It was either my dad or it was my abusive uncle who I married and had tons of kids with.
That sounds right.
The uncle?
Mm-hmm. Because she did a bunch of research about this person. This is like a real person. And I believe that.
But she definitely told me things about myself that it all made sense, where I don't think I necessarily, you seem to have a much clearer memory of this than I do. Like, is there anything that you can offer in the way of proof of knowing that you didn't know this about me and you fixed it for me?
I mean, how do you mean?
Just how did
Rephrase that, yeah.
How did you know that that's who it was?
Okay. I'll never tell you no. I'm training to meet Snoop Dogg. Just gonna throw that out there. I just kind of work intuitively. I've just always, oh my God, so many options. Give me the blue one. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, that's tasty.
It is tasty.
It tastes like, I don't know, like bubble yum.
It should taste like watermelon wave.
It tastes like watermelon bubble yum.
And true to our podcast, we're about to really hit on something and we get distracted.
ADD moments, brought to you by neurodivergence in general.
So how did you know that was my abusive, pedophilic uncle?
Just intuition. I mean, like, I'm just more often than not conduit for information. And truly, like, I will like black out sometimes and come to, and people are like, whoa, that was like really some serious profound shit. And I'm like, cool, because I don't have a clue what I just said. I was talking.
So you're not really sure. You just know that that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just always been able to tap into, like, I don't know.
That makes sense.
The dimensions around us.
There are just some guys who are just so controlling and they just want every piece of you and they don't actually care how you feel.
No, it's a possession. It's a literal possession, you know.
Yeah.
So Tara, sorry to change the subject,
No.
but since you're that conduit that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
looking at me,
Mm-hmm.
what are you reading?
Your aura's fun because it's all over the place.
Which is stressful for me.
I get it. Being what's your like signs? What are you working with cosmically?
Cancer, Aquarius.
Well, I'm a Cancer.
She's a Cancer.
Do you know your moon or your
We've talked about this. I'm
rising?
like a Leo something.
Oh,
It was like Cancer, Leo, Libra, something like that,
Yeah,
maybe?
something like that.
is it Leo rising
I think so.
and then Libra moon?
I think so.
I like Leos, but the Cancer thing, man, like, that's something else
Well,
for me.
look. So here's
you
the thing.
can't be with anybody longer than 6 months, so it doesn't matter.
I appreciate your input. I do.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Getting back to your chart. I don't know. People think that water signs are wishy-washy. I don't know, probably because it's like a wordplay thing and an association thing, but like
Yeah,
Is Cancer a water sign?
it
yes.
is.
Okay.
Yes. But Libras, which are the third air sign, Aquarius and Geminis, and then Libras. Libras are wishy-washy as fuck.
Well, they're balanced. They're a
They
balance
are,
between the two.
and people say the same thing about Geminis, that we're wishy-washy because because we're the twins. But it's more of a devil's advocate situation.
Mm-hmm.
But with Geminis, it's more like chaotic.
God, that is so. I'm sorry, that is so intuitive.
Thank you. Well,
Because-
with Geminis, it's like more.
Yeah.
It's more. Words and things and stuff. What was I gonna say? It's more chaotic evil. Whereas like Libra wishy-washiness is so chaotic neutral. It's like Chidi Anagonye from The Good Place. It's like indecisiveness that ruins and cripples every moment of every relationship for the rest of ever.
Which
And that's your
sign?
moon sign, Libra.
Oh, okay.
And that's your moon
I'm
sign.
not 100% sure that's my moon sign.
I need to. Do you have a Snapchat? We've talked about this.
We have talked about this. I'll look this up.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and discuss amongst yourselves while I look it up.
Words and things and stuff. What was the intuitive part that you were talking about, Stacy?
The devil's advocate of the Gemini.
Mhm.
I love Geminis as like friends. You, my friend Sarah, and Lynette are all Geminis.
I always forget that Lynette's a Gemini. I love that about her.
Yeah, and
Can I say this before you go further? Every Gemini I've ever met has been a great friend.
yes,
Always a great friend.
yeah.
If
Which
nothing
is funny
else,
because a stereotype is that we're two-faced. But
and I think that's
I
part of
mean-
being a good friend.
yep.
Yeah,
Honestly.
because it's like you're willing to deceive someone for telling the truth. Does it make sense? I don't know if that made sense. Well, I mean, you're willing to gather your thoughts and information in order to divulge that in an honest, like
Yes.
tough love manner.
Yeah. I mean, it's always coming from a place of love with me. I mean,
What's so funny over there? Microphone. Kristen's upset because I broke up with her today.
wow. And so we just dropped the bomb like 20 minutes into y'all having your little cat fight.
We've been talking about it throughout this pod. It's
But
not
I don't
that
think
big
we
of
really
a deal.
announced it. Oh, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not to me. It's just,
Oh, it's not to you.
Not really, because you're a fuckboy. That should have been known from the beginning.
Right. And I am not surprised that you have to see me as the bad guy in this situation and point out all of my flaws. That's
You
something
broke up
that
with
is-
me.
Hold on.
How can I
Third party
not?
interjection because I
Wait,
deadass
wait,
said
real fast.
before you got
How
here,
am I not
Stacey.
supposed to look at you as the fucking enemy here? Because, or as the bad guy here, because you broke up with me. How many times have we broken up? And I'm like, okay, but then you win me back somehow. And now today you're like, I'm officially broken up with you. I don't feel anything's for you. And I'm supposed to not be okay with that? Like,
I
get the fuck
didn't
out of
say
here.
that I didn't feel anything for you. I
You
said that I
don't
know
feel anything for me
That's
because
not
of the
true.
simple fact that you went to someone else who gives you more fucking ooey gooey fun feelings than I do for you because you're not willing to fucking work for something.
There's a certain thing called personal revelation and feeling fully understood
By someone who doesn't even fucking know
you. Exactly. And with you, you have come a long way. I was,
Not good
it's
enough,
hard. It was hard because you did work very hard to learn how I am and accommodate that. And, the last couple of months, you have been great. And that's what makes it so fucking hard, because I know that you have grown, but also at the same time, there's that thing in the back of my head that tells me at some point it's going to be how it was before.
That's the part that wanted you to break up.
It is. And I think that that's fair. If I'm not comfortable, if I'm stressed out all the time, if I feel weird asking if you want to hang out later, like, those are not good things. And I just don't want to be stressed out. And I am not saying that I'm going to run to be with someone else, but yeah, like, it did take someone else understanding me, saying things to me that I already thought in my own head.
Of course they're gonna fucking tell you that if that's what they want to have is you. Of course that's gonna be the fucking case.
And that's fine. But the fact
that's fine.
Is,
someone else takes over and fucking tell you, hey, they're just gonna go back to how they were. No. I fucking tried,
they didn't
Stacey.
Tell me anything. I know you did, and that's why I feel so bad about it. But the fact that you had to change all of that for me, and the fact that I had to change so much for you, and it still was stressful.
That's what a fucking relationship is.
You know what? I just don't want to be stressed out anymore.
I think that you both have good points. I think that it does take work, but I also think that if you're just generally incompatible, then, like, there's no reason to keep digging a hole into what is a good, friendship otherwise. I also don't know why we put such strict borders around relationships, I guess, that, like, you can't be friends with people that you've slept with. You can sleep with your friends. You can have multiple partners and still love all of them completely. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of boundaries that come up in relationships, and I think they're self-imposed, but I think there's a lot that are, internal monologues that we tell ourselves because society has indoctrinated us this way. I think that, I don't know, relationships are hard, man.
Yeah, I agree. That's why, for the most part, I just don't, I don't want to be stressed out. I just want to chill and figure everything out, how I feel. And I don't want to drag you into that.
I feel like a therapist right now. I feel like I want to say, now, how do you feel about what Stacey just said, Kay?
I feel like everything else we need to talk about can happen off pod.
I don't know that I want to talk to you about anything else because you're so back and forth. Either you're telling me
right now.
Can I just say I feel like either you are trying to make me feel bad or you're trying to win me back, and neither of those things are what I need right now.
What do you need?
I just want to be your friend. And I do love you.
That's a really fucking hard thing to hear, but I had to hear that recently, and, like, honestly, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it is important. Friendship is the backbone of any good relationship, truly.
We are friends.
We have all of that. I just don't want to be so emotionally entangled. I just want to be myself, and I haven't felt like myself.
Why is that coming out now?
Things just happen how they happen.
Microphones.
It wasn't like that before. The week that we didn't talk for January, Christmas in January, we decided not to talk to each other.
Things have been so up and down, but at the end of the day, I still am not comfortable because of how things were in the beginning, and I know who you are, and you showed yourself to me today.
But that was the beginning.
But you are still that person.
But I've worked on myself for you, Stacey.
But maybe it's not about me.
But maybe
It
you
is
should...
about you because you're the one who broke up with me.
Well, but maybe you should be working on yourself for you, okay?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the hard pill. That's the hard pill.
Yeah.
You can't, like, love anybody else until you love yourself. And I fucking suck at that. Girl, oh my God. What'd I sleep till today? Like 2?
You
30
did.
before I texted either of you? Yeah.
It was a long time.
Yeah, well, I was fucking up late. I was tired. Mama's back hurts. Okay, but like I needed that, and I needed to like take some time and do some laundry and like, you know, fold my clothes and shit, put on some nice clean yoga pants, as it were. Self-love is hard and it's bullshit, and I highly recommend it.
I
don't
had
know.
self-love before I met Stacy. So my point is
Okay,
that I wanted
and
to
that's-
tell you about is
that
that my
happens.
rising is Libra and my moon is actually Scorpio.
Okay, so where's your Leo placement
Oh,
at?
Scorpio.
My
That
Leo
explains
is
a lot, too.
everywhere fucking else.
Your moon is your Scorpio? Woof. Bitch. And your rising is your Leo? I don't love any of this for you.
I know.
Your mind is like 8,000 different places at one time, huh?
I'm my own self-advocate all the time. I'm my own self-advocate and I'm my own devil's advocate. There's constant back and forth in my mind. And sometimes I'm like, where is this even fucking coming from? Only because there's so much back and forth. Like, I constantly contradict myself.
Well, yeah, and I think a Scorpio is a fire sign, right?
It's a water sign.
Is a Scorpio a water sign too?
It's me. So it's Cancer, which is who I am. Pisces, Scorpio.
Okay. Pisces. Where's the Pisces? What?
I don't have Pisces. I'm just saying that's a water sign.
Okay. I follow. Yes, because we do have a few Pisces birthdays coming up. Ooh, off mic.
I'm not. I'm just not ready to give it up. I'm really not.
And she's willing to say it off mic because it's sincere. Tara is narrating over here awkwardly.
This is a golf game. Welcome to the U.S. Open.
If you
Dyke
care about
problems,
me as a
dyke
person,
problems.
I appreciate what you're saying. I really do. But if anything is to happen between us again in the future, and I'm not saying that it will,
That definitely won't.
I don't know like what that's supposed to mean. If you're asking for me back, that's a weird thing to say. But I'm just saying I need you to let me figure that out for myself. If you really care about me, you'll understand that this is not easy. And I just want to feel like myself. I just want to feel right. And I haven't really felt right.
I think it's normal to not feel right because to feel uncomfortable is a sign of growth.
And we have grown together. And right now, I just need to sit with that. I need to not worry about you.
You don't.
But I need to not feel guilty about not worrying about you.
You shouldn't.
Okay. Then I won't. And we are not going to be together.
I don't like that.
I know. And I'm sorry.
Stalemate, y'all. It just
I'm
is.
just trying to be honest and be myself and do what I need for myself.
I'm sorry for whatever sound is happening in the microphone right now. I have to fix this. My OCD is
I'm
driving me
so
nuts.
sorry that you're into
It's okay.
this conversation. It
Love
really
that.
should be a
Fuck
conversation that
We'll turn it back on you soon, but our podcast has been following our relationship this entire time.
I just don't think it's right, man. I really don't.
I get it.
and
I
I-
really do.
and
I
I-
do get it.
And the fucked up part about the whole situation is some other fucking person who is in a polyamorous predicament is the one that told you. So that makes me very frustrated because you don't want to be in a polyamorous relationship from what we've discussed prior.
Do you want to know what I've realized, though?
What's that?
Is that this person is so honest and transparent with me that I know exactly what's happening all the time. And with you, you have been so cagey. And the entire time we've been together, I've had to ask myself, are they being honest with me? And that's the difference. I don't want to wonder if I'm being lied to.
I don't want to lie to you.
I get that, but then don't tell me as a lie that you're cheating on me. That's fucked up.
You know, hurt makes people do some stupid things.
I get that.
Coming
I really
from somebody
do.
who literally said just a few minutes ago, like, it's always all love from me, like, except if you bite me, I'm gonna fucking bite you back. You better believe, and I don't give a fuck if it's fake venom I'm injecting into you. Bitch, I'm gonna tell you it's poison.
I get it, but there's still that level of distrust and thinking what is actually true.
Then what do you need for transparency?
Also,
and why didn't you bring up this before we broke up? Why? Just why?
I am just asking you to respect that I am doing what I need to do for myself. And it's not because I don't love you, but it's because it's what I need to do.
You don't love me.
That's what you think.
Love is
that
complex.
is what it is, I think. And how can I not think that? Because as soon as you feel a slight hiccup, you're like, I'm done.
You know that that's not what happened.
No, someone else came around, gave you the attention that you really wanted, and that was enough for you. Because that's really what it was.
I
Let's
am not
lie here.
particularly concerned with whatever happens with this other person. That's not what I'm feeling right now. I just want to get myself back. I just want to be with myself and figure my shit out.
You didn't have this fucking situation of feeling like yourself before.
That you know of.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tara.
What? No.
Can we stop this now? Because this is insane.
I am so drunk.
You are, and so am I.
Well, that's a terrible way to be having this conversation.
That's
so
the perfect.
I'm
Tara,
gonna put a
that's where the
kibosh
honesty
on that.
comes.
I promise.
I'm gonna put a kibosh on that
If-
because that's no way to have an adult conversation about a relationship.
So I'm a Cancer with, what was it, a Libra?
A Libra rising
And
a Scorpio moon. Word.
So, in all of that comes off as I'm awesome
So,
and should be broken up with.
okay. So, here, Stacey, let me break this down for you.
Yes.
The Libra rising, okay? That's her wishy-washy white lies because past has told her that she needs to do that for your sake somehow. And because Libras. And the lying about the cheating is the Scorpio moon 5 sure. And
Trying to hurt me because they're hurt.
Yeah. And,
I get it.
Drunkenly defending all of this behavior is just Cancers in general.
Because she's very emotional,
Yes.
but she can only express it in a compromised situation, i.e. being drunk, because she doesn't want everyone to know how emotional she really is.
I know, because Kay's a badass. She has an image to maintain.
So I'll do it
Kay's
on
a
a
fucking
podcast.
I really do. Wait, can you take your microphone? We're doing a podcast. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
making myself a drink, but
Just
go ahead.
Just give me
Oh my
1
God.
minute. I do think the world of you.
No, you the fuck you don't,
I
because
really
you broke up
fucking
with
do.
me in my fucking parking lot. I'm sorry. Not my parking lot, in my driveway.
Life is
Your
not
driveway is
easy.
as big as a parking
Relationships
lot.
are not
It is.
easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
You don't know because you haven't been in one long enough than 6
Sorry.
months.
You know what? I'm
That's a fact.
figuring things out for myself. I'm allowed to try to do my best to make myself happy. I'm allowed to do that.
Right.
But
I didn't make you happy.
I
That's-
do-
That's enough.
You know what? But there are so many
That's
things
what
that
you're
I
hearing.
that I
but
love
that's
about
not what
you.
she said.
There are so many things that I love about you. I really do. And I'm always going to be your friend, no matter what. I know that no matter what, I do not want to lose having you in my life.
Because I benefit
I
your life
say
in so many
unto
ways.
you
That's not
both.
why. You
Look.
are funny. You are fun to be around. We have a good rapport.
I say unto you both. First of all, Stacey, you can tell me when we're finished with this podcast if I'm a good singer or not, because one of you is going to edit this, and I'm singing a lot, just in the background.
I'm sorry. This has been so crazy.
You guys, no, shush. I'm putting a kibosh on this
Okay.
because
We should stop now.
Can
with
yes,
this shit.
because you're
Can we
fucking drunk.
talk to- can we
You're
talk about
trying
other
to
stuff?
reason with fucking drunk. And yes, and we need to talk about the other things.
Yeah.
We were talking about the conduit thing and your aura.
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
But your aura is drunk right now, to be fair. So I can't.
Yeah.
That's not a good reading. I can't give you like an accurate.
When you walked in, no.
What?
When you walked in, no.
Can I
You
ask
read
you
my
a
aura.
question?
Well, yeah,
no,
I just
we're
read
done with
auras
that
in general.
conversation. What's that?
I just read auras in general.
Okay.
She does. It's a thing she does. That's what I liked about her.
I'm
I
a
was like,
very-
man, this person is so spiritually.
That's what I'm saying.
and,
I'm just very
like,
in tune
supernaturally
with-
in tune.
Yeah, I'm just very in
Yeah.
tune with the energy. I can see
Oh.
it without thinking
Stop-
about it.
Stop interrupting her.
I'm sorry. I'm drunk too. I am drunk too. I've been drinking all day.
Wow, you guys. I'm the most sober in this bitch.
I'm proud of you.
I've been
Yeah.
smoking since I got up.
Dude, you know how bad I want to go to like a meeting that's anonymous and do like a 5-minute set? I've been wanting to do that for the longest time. Just
And,
go.
like an AA meeting.
I'm not saying a specific group, but I know they're
a sex addict meeting.
whatever
That's
I
fun.
have to do.
You should go to a sex addict meeting. They'll love it. Yeah, and then you'll probably also hook up with someone, and then you'll feel better about everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd feel guilty if I hooked up with somebody at the sex
I
addict
know. I
meeting.
probably catch a disease, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
But anyways, I've been wanting to go to an anonymous meeting and just be like, "Hi, my name's Kay. Here's about me," and then I just go off on my 5-minute set. That sounds like a fun time, to be honest. Because if I can make sober people laugh,
Wow.
I did something good. You know what I mean?
Woof.
Bark.
First of all, woof is not a compliment. Don't bark at me.
I just responded. I'm so sorry.
No, you're adorable. I love you.
When we put dogs on YouTube, my son will bark at the dogs.
Oh,
that
I
also
love
bark.
that.
Hey, I love how my son reacts to different animals because he, in fact, is an animal.
He just reacts like Tarzan, right? He's just trying to mimic all the sounds. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
He gets in the trash like a
My
raccoon.
kids do it too. The kids that I watch, man.
He's so much fun.
They know that if there is a lion within sight, I'm going to roar at them, and they are going to
Aw.
roar back.
That's so cute.
So if there's a lion on TV, they are going to roar.
That's cute.
Yes. Well, sometimes you just got to growl. Sometimes you also got to hiss.
Yeah.
Back to my drunk aura.
Yeah.
So, you get for my aura drunk, and then what else do you get? Anything cool?
I mean,
Do I have an ominous presence?
Do you have an ominous presence? No, not in general.
Nah, I'm pretty ominous free, to be honest.
Right.
Do I have anything lingering? Oh,
Pizza!
Pizza's here. Hey, let's take a break.
Okay. For the brownie. Is it a brownie break? We had a long fight for this brownie. I'm super excited about it. No one changes for someone else. I'll become the man you need, or I'm doing it for my kids is glorified in movies because we're sold codependency as love. People change for themselves after they've hit rock bottom. Change for others does not last.
that's a really good quote.
I know, right? And
I
it's
only heard the
the
tail end.
holistic psychologist on one of the pages that I follow. What were you going to say, Stace?
I came in at the tail end of that, and I feel like you were doing something therapeutic for Kristen.
Well, I'm one of those weird exceptions where Facebook is one of the places that I go to clear my head, but like in a healthy way. I very carefully curated my news feed a long time ago to show me inspirational quotes and self-reflective type vibes and pretty crystals and trees and animals. Flowers. I see a lot of flowers on my page. It's delightful. All my friends' plants. I know what my friends' plants are doing because they're on my newsfeed all the time. I feel like most people get on Facebook to be mad, but
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Even for me. Did you see my post? I feel like you did. You saw my post about the Tubi commercial and the guy.
oh my
Getting
god,
mad at
that
his
was
girlfriend.
insane.
Yeah.
Do you know how many relationships have ended because of football games? I swear to God.
But you know what though? Like,
Fuck
so
America.
so be it. If that's how it is.
If that's yes, no, absolutely. If that's the moment that shows you that, oh, I was like, why is my boob pointy? It's because I have my vape in my bra. If them acting a fool during a football game that doesn't fucking matter is what makes you realize, yeah, that's kind of a piece of shit human being. I couldn't believe that was stupid. That whole little interaction, dude, fucking flipping out about the Tubi commercial. I didn't even see the Tubi commercial.
Me either.
I must not have been in the room for that
Well,
one.
you know what the thing is though, I did look it up online
Mhm.
and there's not like a great example of it really of exactly what happened, but basically it's like the announcers talking and then they're interrupted by the TV changing and then it goes back to the announcers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I get it. Like, that would, like, even if it was me, I would be like, dude, what the fuck? But I wouldn't, like, punch a hole in a wall. I've never done that. You know what I mean?
You've never punched a hole in a wall?
No.
I've never done it over a Tubi commercial. That's absurd. But
You've punched a hole in a wall?
I have.
Kristen,
I was like a teenager, I feel like, the last time I did that.
have you ever punched a hole in a wall?
Yeah, when I was 17.
See?
The last time I
Yeah.
did it. I've gathered my emotions up since then and been able to control myself a little bit better.
Right?
That's good.
The
That's
only
gross.
holes I've put in walls since then have been accidental. I am just very clumsy in general. I ripped my kimono recently. My sister-in-law got me the prettiest kimono for Christmas. Shout out Blaine. She's the best present buyer ever, I think, that there ever was. She bought me this beautiful, gorgeous, like jade green kimono. Fucking ripped it the other day. I was like, this is why we can't have nice things.
Mhm.
I was like,
know what you
man,
mean.
fuck me. You kidding?
Dude, one time,
I heard it. It was like such a heartbreaking sound when you hear a rip that's not supposed to be there.
yeah. Completely get it.
I was devastated. It's not even a significant rip. There's not even a hole. I was just so upset about it.
One time when I was with Jess,
Forlorn.
I had like a porch party of all of my comedian friends, and Jess wasn't there, but I was using a glass. I think I let Alex use a glass that was like I got from Disney World when I was like 4, and my grandparents entrusted me with the collection for no good reason. Why would they do that? That's insane. I'm a 20-something-year-old with crazy friends and crazy house parties, You know what I mean? But anyway, Alex, I guess, had set the glass down in a particular spot, and Isaiah kicked it over, and it broke. And that was the first of those glasses to break. There were 4, and I think I have 2 left.
Clumsy people do clumsy things. I'm sorry. I'm playing with the vape smoke on this microphone.
That was pretty cool, actually.
Thank you. That's a new party trick, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see?
I did not. Ooh, nifty.
Wait, there's more.
It lingers. How fun
does.
is that?
I know, right? Party tricks.
So, one of the reasons why I wanted you on is the idea that you were married once to a woman.
Oh yeah, you came at me in my
I
you
was-
DM'd me about this recently. You
I
were
was
like,
flabbergasted
"Hey,
by
bitch."
the idea. I was flabbergasted at the idea that a lesbian relationship
I
could
meant
work.
to, I was almost going to wear my engagement. This is one of those moments where you should follow your intuition, and I didn't. But I was going to wear my engagement ring because I still need to sell that bitch.
Oh yeah.
But I can't get myself to sell it for the gold because it's a really nice. I just don't want somebody to melt it down. I get a lot of compliments on this ring. I want somebody to enjoy it.
Do you have photos of it?
I do, somewhere, I'm sure, on my book face. I told you. Did you even look?
I haven't seen it.
Did you even look at the pictures of me and my wife? My ex-wife?
A little bit.
Oh my God.
I also have not.
Wasn't I a
stalked
pretty
her
bride?
Facebook, and
What?
we dated.
Y'all. We dated. We dated. She said, and we dated. Ridiculous.
We had one date.
Y'all
and
are in the middle of the most
Okay.
fucking L-word breakup I've ever seen in real life. And you're like, and we dated. This
You are
is not, look.
totally
no.
being Alice right now.
You need to chill out on the chart, bitch. You're Shane, for sure.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that because it's like I try to do the right
This
thing.
bitch is Tina, obviously. With all due respect.
Okay. I could see that.
With all due respect.
With
But
your
you know
ring.
how Shane always gets themselves in these
Obviously.
precarious situations where they're like, yes, I can fully commit and
Obviously.
be everything you need. And then they're like, no, I'm sorry. You didn't know me.
Words and things and stuff. Where are these pictures I need?
Anyway,
First of all, look at all of those.
felt weird for me to say.
There you
about
go.
myself.
Those are all wedding photos.
Okay. Yeah, you're not nearly as dykey as you made yourself seem to be.
Okay, I
I
grew
think-
my hair out for my wedding. First of all.
Is that your ex-wife?
Your
Yes.
high school
And that is
photos
the-
remind me of this person named Judith Wolf.
This
Okay.
isn't high
They-
school.
I mean, sure.
I know. I'm just saying your high
Oh.
school photos that I saw remind me of this.
Oh, did you stalk me that far? Did you just stalk my profile pictures?
A little bit, because you told me to. And,
I told you to go to my profile
Okay, that
to my photos.
that
all I
person in
saw
the
was
purple
Judith
shirt.
Wolf, and Judith Wolf broke my heart. So I was like, oh, I should stop right where all in my head.
Which one were you talking about, Stacey?
The one in the purple shirt? That person? Wait,
Yeah.
that person, that's your ex-wife.
That's my ex-wife, yes.
And that is the person that reminds you, or that I remind you of, which
Yes,
is why
she's-
you could not continue to date me.
yes, she's yes.
Can I ask why?
Well, she's very dykey and very autistic, such as a certain lesbian sitting before me.
Anything else?
No, y'all had a lot of mannerisms that were the same. Like the way that you guys are even holding your hands is annoyingly the same.
Well, can I ask what happened between the two of you?
No. That is much too. No, it's not even like a big deal. Like I'd tell you anytime. But
You
I
just don't wanna
did-
tell it on.
no, we can do it on the podcast. I already did it on Julie's podcast, technically.
Okay.
My ex-wife and I never should have walked down the aisle. I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, damn, my cleavage looks so good. I had the most amazing wedding of my life, and there was absolutely no reason. Oh, I was trying to show you the ring. That's what I was looking for. I had absolutely no business getting married because we were not compatible overall, I don't think. We did a lot of trying to change for the relationship, I think. Trying to change for the sake of... See, and I don't even know where it would be. Here, stalk my photos or whatever. But let's see, I let one of my very best friends from high school, somebody I had known for half my life at the time, I let her move in with us during the pandemic because shit was getting weird, and her brother kicked her out, which should have been my first red flag. And, you know, her other roommate was fucking crazy and potentially a serial killer. I don't know. She was wild. So I let this person move in with us, and my, marriage was failing, and so we did what all failing marriages do, and opened ourselves up to a polyamorous third, living under the same roof, because dyke drama and quarantine and too much. There is such a thing as too much estrogen. I will say that. There was not a lick of testosterone in our house, and that was a fucking problem.
So
it was just too much dyke on dyke energy.
hold on a second. I met you immediately after this, didn't I?
Yes.
That explains a lot.
There we go.
Yeah.
Full circle now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel better now about being rejected by you.
Thanks, Stacey.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad you feel that way.
But however,
it was nothing personal, truly.
if if things had proceeded, you would probably have been in Kristen's position about 2 years ago.
Oh, you're funny.
Thank you.
I think
Is
it's
this in
cute
West
that you
Virginia?
think you would have dumped me, Stacy.
Oh,
No,
I
that's
know.
Switzerland, actually. That was for my honeymoon.
That was beautiful.
My honeymoon was not a honeymoon at all. My honeymoon was one really long, really frustrating, really fast road trip through all of Italy. It was
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. It was amazing. It was an amazing road trip. It was not a fucking honeymoon. And I got to see Switzerland for a weekend.
Why was it not a honeymoon?
Well, generally, honeymoons are romantic.
Okay. So what was not romantic about it? What happened?
We never stopped traveling. I don't think we stayed anywhere more than 2 nights.
And you didn't feel like you really bonded or I don't know. I guess
Oh,
I'm
hell
not
no. We were
understanding.
focused on completely different things. We were not ever in the same realm of reality.
Mm-hmm.
We were never on the same page, her and I. And to be fair, I told her to just plan the whole damn trip. You know what I mean? And she planned a fantastic. She'd be a really good travel agent. That's the ring with the garnet.
Can I see it?
It's gorgeous. I get a lot of compliments on it. It's a very unique piece. I designed
Okay.
it.
Oh, wow. And that was your ring?
Yeah, that's my engagement ring.
You
Yeah.
designed your own engagement ring.
Well, I did. Yes. Well, we talked about it. You know, it wasn't a spur of the. It wasn't just a not thought out thing.
Yeah.
She low key kind of manipulated me into getting engaged and getting married when we did. Well, because I had left my job not long before we got engaged, technically, and before we started seriously talking about getting engaged, and then started buying rings and stuff. I had left my job, and she had basically encouraged it and said, you can, if you're just here and you do the house stuff, that'll take enough off of me, and I'll just handle the financial stuff. And then 2 or 3 months into that, she was like, I don't feel comfortable with this if we're not engaged or married. And I'm like, that, see, you had the exact same, I had wanted to wait until we were at least 5 years into knowing each other and being in a romantic relationship, before we talked about any serious commitment like that. But, that was where we were going. We had just recently bought a house. It should have been a red flag. It wasn't.
What happened to the house?
Oh, she kicked me out of it when I was in the mental hospital and served me with a restraining order. Her and the ex-best friend, obviously.
Okay, wait, let's back up. I feel like we missed some stuff. What did you do?
Oh, what did I do?
Yeah, what did you do?
I reacted like a normal fucking human being to an absolute about face. We had gone to couples therapy, like a what was supposed to be an in-person couples retreat, right? Like a lesbian couples retreat specifically. But the pandemic had hit, so it was I think scheduled for April, so it became a Zoom meeting retreat, which was not the fucking same. But we had just gone to a fucking lesbian couples retreat to try to work on our marriage that was not even technically a year old yet. And then over the course of the next month, they just obviously started to become the unit within the relationship, It had been me and my ex-wife.
Hi, Tara. How are you?
Hey, girl. I'm good. How about you?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
How do you feel about the nuances of personal inward shame from the queer community the queer community
I think
in
the queer
queer
community is really fucked
I mean, well, that's our whole thing.
because they're all about inclusivity.
And
But
yet
they
they're
don't-
so exclusive. They exclude people all the time.
Lesbians hate bisexual women.
That part.
That's really annoying. And also, you have to label yourself
You
in
don't.
order to be a part of the LBCQ community.
Alphabet soup. Alphabet gang.
I know. it's
ABCDs, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not a scientific experiment. I am a human being.
I'm not a can. I used to always say that when I was a kid. I'm not a can. Don't put a label on me.
Yeah. And
Fuck
then, like,
you.
the idea of, like, I'm not an animal that you need to scientifically identify and label.
And categorize.
Right, exactly. Although, if you did, I would definitely be bisexualist, cuddlingus. If that were to be anything.
What
Only
does that
because
mean? I need you
I'm
to
really
define
good
that
at
for
the
me.
cuddlingus.
But why is it in your name though? Why is it? Is that why you're queer? Is that why? you
Yeah,
lean
I'm
towards
really
women?
good at cuddlingus, and I'm bisexual. If I were to be identified as to anything, it would be bisexualist, cuddlingus, because I lean towards eating pussy. That
I'm
being
obsessed
said,
with you.
that
Very relatable statement there.
doesn't mean I don't appreciate a good dick every once in a while.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a good dick. I do love a good dick. I mean,
Yeah, if they do it right, but at the same
I
time,
know, and it's sad when they have a good dick, but they don't do it right. That's the worst.
I've
It's
never had
arguably
that.
the worst.
Like,
Oh my
either
god!
you have good dick or you don't.
Oh,
Like,
see, I don't know. You can have a nice dick and not know what to do with it. See that part.
I've never had that problem.
Oh, I love that for you. It's rough.
It's either you have a good dick and you know what to do with it, or you have, like, a rough dick. And that's part of their problem, to be honest. If you think about it, because if they had good dick, they would know what to do, right?
You would think.
Yeah. And then you have really good dick, they know what to do with it, but they fucking are annoying as a human being.
I had one of those for a minute. You guys want to hear a fun story? Stacy's in the other room, but she can hear. I know. Yes. I know. I told the podcast into the microphone. Stacy is in the kitchen, but she can hear indeed. Recently, it wasn't like super recent, but like in recent years, I was hooking up with this dude pretty regularly on and off for like almost a year-ish, right? Like very, very seldom. It wasn't like a regular thing, but it was like, you know, the booty call that came and went as it were. Well, great dick, obviously, or I wouldn't have kept coming back, right? Like knows what to do with it. Seems nice enough. Got his own place, bunch of cats or whatever. Bunch of kids, but not that he has with him at the moment. They're in Florida with his baby mama, whatever. It's kind of like not my business.
At that point.
Yeah, just wrap it up. Like, fuck you.
Right.
And we did that. But then one day I was at the doctor's office, and this sounds like it's going to a certain bad place, but it's not. It's going to a worse place somehow. I got a text message from someone claiming to be his wife. And I just, you know how you like, when you get a text from a number that you don't know and it like says a number or whatever, you just kind of open the window and like scroll it down a little bit, but you don't open the message itself. I did that. I opened the little window and I went, whoa. And then I went, nope. And I locked my phone. And I saved that bitch until I got out to the parking lot. And then I proceeded to call her. And yeah, no, sure as shit, this dude is married still. Had told me that he was divorced. Had told me that he was like, absolutely, that was finalized and shit. We had discussed it. I am divorced. Like, I get divorced. It's whatever. It's fine. You're fine. Oh, we had talked about it. He was not fucking divorced. They had filed, but they were not. It wasn't finalized. No, it's not. It was not finalized. They were still legally married, dude. But not only that, he was telling her, like, he was entertaining that she was his only and that he loved her and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, he was just using her to, like, fund his life. Yeah. Where he fucked bitches like me, I guess. Shit do be like that sometimes. Yeah, well, you can't always trust a man that can sling his good dick.
Yeah. That's how Dominic was.
Yeah,
honestly.
you cannot always trust that.
He was all about the pleasing, but then it was like, nah, I'm going to break up with you this week. I'll see you later. You know what I mean?
Look, if you're a fuckboy, you're a fuckboy. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I understand. You know what I mean? Like,
But
sometimes
then at least be honest with
just
that.
be honest about it. Just be like, look, I'm not an exclusive person. Free love and shit. Yeah. Kay's over here like fist up, like, yeah, free love. It is what it is. I'm a makeout whore. I understand. But then just say that.
Yeah.
But then just own it. Don't be wishy-washy and don't be a douche canoe.
See, I like that phrase, douche canoe.
You're not the only person. You're not the only person who recently has said that to me. Somebody else was like, douche canoe, huh? Is that what you said? I was like, yeah. Yeah, douche canoe.
I feel like Kristen left the room because I was back here and here.
I don't think so. I think it's because she's in the bathroom, so she probably has to pee.
And also crying, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit drunk. Anyway.
I can definitely tell.
I feel like, when we had our date that one time, you may have explained to me your Mardi Gras beads on your wrist.
Oh my God. They are not Mardi Gras beads. Jesus fucking Christ, Stacey. Who do you think I am?
What are they?
They're mala beads. They're like Tibetan prayer beads. They're like rosaries, but not. They're not Catholic. They're, I think they're Tibetan in origin. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Eastern. But, they're prayer beads. Mm-hmm.
But, like, not Christian or Mardi Gras prayer beads.
Mardi Gras beads are not prayer beads, although we can definitely all, worship the titties as much as we want to. But, no, neither of those types of prayer beads, I suppose. They're, mala beads. I don't know. I'm a certified yoga instructor, and I got these around the time that I got certified. I was covering a couple Chinese symbols on my hands, and this one was strength, and this one was faith, and I wanted to kind of keep those.
Wait, this piece here that looks like the end cap.
The tassel, yes, the tassel. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You can see it a little bit. See that dot? And then, like, there's, like, a thick line right here.
Did you try to cover it up?
Well, I mean, my artist did. Actually, it's funny. The artist that did this piece, I now babysit for him. His daughter's adorable.
Why did you want to cover that up?
Well, because it was an X tattoo that I shared with.
What did it say?
It was a Chinese symbol that meant faith.
And who did you share it with?
Well, I actually shared strength with them. They had luck on this hand. Laugh at my tattoo cover-ups. Come on.
She was laughing at me.
Wow. Stealing my credit. See? Smile into the microphone, though. Because they'll all be able to hear that. Good job. It's on, I think.
They can't hear my issues, so just continue.
But they can hear you smile.
She laughed because of the way that we started out, because she knows who I am and how I am.
Because you're a fuckboy.
I am a fuckboy, sure.
See, there we go.
I'm a fuckboy.
Somebody who's owning it. I said it before you got here. I was like, Stacey's a fuckboy, and I'll tell her to her face. You're a fuckboy, Stacey. With all due love and respect.
Not what I want.
Also coming from a fuckboy, as a fuckboy myself.
But I'm also not going to stay with someone if I feel stressed out and I feel like it's not the right thing.
Fuckboy energy. No, you're right though. It's not a judgment.
And you know what? Sometimes
it's just a thing.
It's another person to show you how you feel. Actually.
I think that people, different people draw different things out of you.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I don't know what's
Will
right.
you hand me my Coke?
But
Coca-Cola, per favor.
And I don't want to lead anyone on. I don't want to act like something's not happening when it is. I am drunk.
back on
sorry.
your microphone.
This has been the most traumatic.
Kay said that it was
episode.
going to be about me when you guys got back in, and it has not been.
Can you take your microphone so we can talk to our guest about our guest?
Did you like, Kay?
You're here, but you need to
Kay,
hold
did
your
you like
microphone in
my-
your mouth.
Did you like my engagement ring, Kay? Was it pretty? Say it into the microphone, you fucking piece of shit.
This is your
There you go.
too.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
what the titties are for. No, it's okay. Yeah, just put
First
it.
off, you're going to have to learn to do this podcast without me because it's not going to be going on with me very long. Secondly,
Woof.
I did love your
you.
engagement ring. I
Yeah.
think I found it adorable. And you can carry on with this podcast without me. So what if I'm not involved?
Woof.
That being said, I really did enjoy your engagement ring. And I want you to know that I appreciate you being here, even though this is a rough time. I didn't expect to be breaking up with today. So
Oh, Stacey, what the fuck? Wow, now I feel attacked personally. You chose today. You chose the day that I was on the podcast.
in
I'm
her
gonna take it
defense, she
personal now.
didn't know that I would take it so rough for some fucking reason.
I thought you knew.
That being
Stacey, what the fuck?
Because you've been asking me, how come we don't talk as much lately? Oh, you're talking to this other girl. Better not talk to that other girl. You know,
I didn't take that seriously. That being said,
It all felt
please by all means
real to me, 'cause it
continue
was.
with this fucking conversation with Stacy, and don't mind the fact that I'm not as engaged as I should be.
I'm
Mic
sorry.
drop.
You know what? I'll take the L. I will.
Mic
get
drops
it.
are so
You don't give a
disrespectful.
fuck. That's
I-
why.
You know what? I do give a fuck.
You don't give two shits.
Say it into the microphone.
I have nothing to say.
Say what you just said. You don't give two shits. Okay, she's left the microphone. Hi, Tara. How are you doing? I'm sorry.
Hella awkward. How about you?
I'm really sorry.
Are you ashamed?
You know what?
You don't need to be ashamed.
I'm-
Shame is a silly feeling.
I'm not ashamed. I feel guilt in a way, and I want to have my podcast with my host.
Hostess with the mostest. I have never heard it, so I have no.
Well, lots of people have heard it, and they have told me that it is lightning in a bottle. And that includes you. It's not just me. You're a part of that.
What is lightning in a bottle? What does that mean
Just
in
that
terms of a metaphor?
It's a great combination for a podcast, and I think that it is. And I'm really sorry, but I hope that we can move past this and that you can continue to co-host with me, because this is how we started. Do you remember that?
We started in a relationship.
On the pretense of we were going to have a podcast, and then it was like oh. And I really wish you had your microphone in your hand right now, because it's just me talking.
Wow, so emo. I'm gonna kick you in your pretty face.
She just said that it doesn't matter. Nothing I have to say has any value.
Nothing that Kay has to say, which is not fucking true. By the way, you should reframe the way that you talk to yourself. See, this is what I'm talking about. Love thyself, bitch. You gotta really start inward. I've been trying to do that recently. It's so hard to talk nicely to yourself, to speak sweet to yourself when you know that there are things to do. You know that there are things that you can do, should do, need to do, want to do. Oh,
Please put your microphone in your mouth.
it's just to love thyself, girl. Because the things that you say matter.
I'll hold it for you.
Oh. She's such a bitch.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell her the whole time.
Haha.
It is actually off.
What?
It's physically off.
Thank you.
Ah.
The microphone is off. Tara turned it on.
The microphone is
recap.
on now.
Kristen informed her that it was off.
And so now Now that bitch is on and pointed at her fucking face. Her
Or-
cute fucking face.
It is
Where the
cute.
things that she has to say come out and matter. 'Cause I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't fucking give me that microphone.
Kristen, will you please just be respectful of our guest and just try to have a conversation with her?
Are you
I'm a
not
fucking
talking
yoga
to her?
instructor.
Don't
I
fucking
can-
put the fucking star on me.
No, I can be a
Well, now is not
ridiculously
the
flexible
time.
mic stand. I'm a yoga instructor and I got that core strength. Bitch, how did you just pull that off of the fucking thing?
Really helped me out.
You wanted to say it really did. It like pulled the plug for you. Damn, that's annoying.
Should have done that from the fucking beginning.
I'm so irritated, Stacey.
Kristen, you're being really rude to our guest.
You're bringing light to a situation that does not need to be bringing light to. Just talk.
We
to our
certainly
guest.
don't have to
Can
talk
you
about it on
also
the
please talk to our guest?
podcast words and things and stuff.
I'm sorry,
but
wanna put the
If you
other
want to be a
microphone
comedian, if you
on.
want to be professional, you have to ignore how you feel about me right now and
You have to
ignore
be able to
your
sleep with
upset
the people that you work with and not talk about it.
because you're gonna sleep with other comedians, and you know that.
You are. Let's be honest.
It's what you've wanted from the beginning.
What did I want from the beginning?
You just want to fuck all the comics.
Comedians are
When
hot.
did I say that once?
Comedians are hot. It's on.
Is it? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yes, I'm a very smart individual. Thank
All
you,
right.
Stacey.
I'm sorry. I just
I'm
needed.
quite
I just
competent.
needed
My
to
father's
make
a
sure.
sound engineer from Hollywood.
You know what? You have never specifically
That
said
makes
that
sense,
you
but
want to
you're very
fuck all the
boisterous.
comedians.
Thank you.
But
What comedians do I want to fuck?
you have given me the impression
What
that I
comedians
am
don't you
not
wanna fuck?
the only one as far as the comedy scene. You have given me that impression. And you know what? It's really uncomfortable.
Comedians have big dick energy. I don't know what you want her to do though, Stacey, because like comedians are hot. You want to know why?
But I'm
'Cause
the
they
best
don't give a
one.
fuck.
I was
Wow,
the brand new
the ego on
fucking
this one.
comedian,
Mhm.
mind you. And then she's like, I'm going to tackle that head on. And then get jealous that I might have, whatever. Like, I don't want to talk on the mic. I don't want to talk on the mic, Stacey.
Why?
I don't.
I don't. She said, I don't.
There's nothing for me to say on here. Continue with the podcast because it's been going swimmingly without me.
But
It
don't you-
hasn't.
It
hasn't.
has.
No, come back. Wait, but what about the paranormal shit? Weren't we going to talk about the paranormal shit?
Yes, let's talk
I
about
just wanna talk
paranormal shit.
about
Can you
me.
please
You
just
guys
keep your
never
mic on
talk
and we'll
about
talk
me.
about
Let's talk about Terra.
Let's talk
See?
about Terra. Please keep your mic. Let's
Sure.
talk to Terra.
Tara's great. Wow.
Terra.
She's so lackadaisical with her fucking mic placement. Such a bitch. I say bitch lovingly. for the record.
This is gonna be needed to be edited so much.
Obviously.
That was so crazy, but honestly, I wish that all of it stays in.
I wish that I were a little drunker. I wish that I were drunk at all, in fact.
Do you
It would
want
probably help.
alcohol?
No.
'Cause I have plenty
Why
of it.
not?
I have to drive home for one. I haven't eaten much for two. This seems like a bad solution to what is already a problem for three.
I mean, Kristen ordered you like 3 pizzas.
She ordered 2 pizzas. Wow. And
Is there more than this brownie?
yeah,
Can I finish this? That's right here.
Yeah.
in front of me? Okay.
it's like way too dark for my liking.
I enjoy it.
Thank you for paying for the brownie. I really appreciate it.
I got
appreciate
you.
it.
I wanted it and now I don't like it. So that's very me energy and I'm glad I paid for it. It's only right, you know? I wished it had been a cookie from the beginning. I wanted it to be a cookie, but it was a brownie. So I was like, okay, that sounds good too.
We haven't talked about edibles and smoking weed, and
How have we not talked? Yeah, we have.
we haven't talked about it in depth. What is your preferred method of intaking marijuana and cannabis?
Smoking for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Edibles are like, I don't know. I don't use edibles for fun. I use edibles for like maintenance. Edibles are for sleeping or like making me not hurt so much or getting high in public without smoking. Because they take a minute to hit, you know, so it's like a question if and when. Yeah, no, edibles are for maintenance for me, but I prefer smoking. I smoke blunts primarily because I quit tobacco a while back, so like the Rellos are the main nicotine source for me, you know. Pretty good about that these days, but it does keep me smoking like every 90 minutes precisely. That nicotine addiction is real.
Dude, I love rolling joints. Like,
I also love rolling joints.
oh, we should do our joint rolling like competition.
I'll win.
You think so?
I do.
Oh, we should do it.
I'm very competent and I'm very confident when it comes to rolling my joints.
So my grandma used to roll my grandpa's joints and tobacco, and she used to do it like with finesse. And I didn't find that out. I didn't find that out until I was like 18, and I was already a professional joint roller.
I love that.
I was so upset because she died when I was 15, and I was like, oh,
That's
she
a
could have gave me
bummer.
some tricks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was probably whispering in your ear the whole time anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, my point is...
She was dead?
Yes.
My point is that I'm, like, really good at rolling joints.
I love that.
And I would like to do a competition between us.
Let's do it when you're not drunk.
I'll do it when I'm drunk. I don't give a
I
shit.
feel as if I'm taking advantage of you.
We'll find out.
Competitively speaking.
Competitively speaking, we'll still find out. It's fun.
All right.
I feel like I should leave and you should just take advantage of her.
Wow. In Stacy's wet dreams.
Not necessarily. I just want her to not be so sad.
I'm giving you mad side eye, but the listeners can't hear that, so I needed to tell them.
It's okay.
Stacey enjoys the fact that I'm sad over her, though. Let's be real here.
Because that's mad fuckboy energy.
It's mad fuckboy energy.
With
I'm
love.
not gonna lie. I'm not mad about it, but also at the same time, like you have said some things that make me question myself, and I just don't want to feel that way right now.
Dude, there's things that are supposed to be questioned about yourself. That's part of growing up.
This conversation.
I didn't want to fucking do this. I chose to turn my mic off, but here we are.
Okay, but that's not fair to our guests. Let's stop this conversation. She literally was just singing that she doesn't want to be a part of this. Can you please just be my co-host?
But your tattoo is so pretty, and I want to talk about it because I've actually never noticed your tattoo before. I feel like you're always wearing, like, jeans.
Can you please speak to our guest about your tattoo?
Hi, Tara.
Hi, Kay. For context, your rose with its thorns and everything. It's very pretty.
Thank you.
I like it. When did you get it?
I got it when I was 18.
Yeah.
I'm 31 now.
High five. I'm turning 30 this year. This is
Congrats.
the laziest not 5 I've ever had.
Here.
Thank you. I was still not enthusiastic, but I'll take it. It was
So-
a big upgrade.
So the rose you see on this side, the other side is actually my grandmother's name.
Oh, cute. The one that you were just talking about?
Yeah.
The one that rolled the joints for your grandpa?
Yeah.
Cute.
She was a big influential part of my life growing up. So
See, this is who I am as a person. I did not know that. I did not know that those two stories that you just talked about were correlated.
that's fine.
I was just looking at your pretty tattoo. I was drawn to it.
Thanks.
Can I show my true colors right now?
What?
I know that
what
you-
context. I'm gonna beat your ass, Stacey, if you start bringing this
You know what?
back into this fucking conversation.
It's got to be about her for sure.
You know what? You said something about your tattoo that I'm sure you've told me before. You said it again right now, and I'm so drunk that I'm not even sure what's happening.
Okay.
So I don't remember. I'm sorry.
You never asked me once about the name. I never asked you to ask. That's fine.
We've talked about it before. I know that for sure.
Nope.
We have.
Nope.
She's right. I'm selfish. I only care about myself. Hey, Tara, how are you doing? Don't turn your microphone off.
This is some demented fuck shit. I didn't realize what I was getting into when I was invited onto this fucking podcast.
I'm really sorry, Tara.
Why didn't anybody warn me? Red was just on this bitch. Was it this
great
dramatic?
for Red. It was totally fine for Red.
I'm gonna call her as soon as I leave. With love.
Sorry, Kristen. I am. You know what? I didn't feel great saying either of those things, but I'm a little bit drunk too. So I don't know. I don't want it to be like this. I want for us to have our podcast. I want you to be okay.
Then have the fucking podcast, dude. Relax. Nobody's gonna notice if I'm even fucking missing because people listen for you.
That's not true.
That's so fucking true. It's so true. And don't even. Like, it's not even worth it. Just know it's okay. Continue with the podcast.
You really think I'm gonna come to your house every week to do a podcast without you?
Why wouldn't you? If it's getting you clout, why wouldn't you?
That's really a fucked up thing to say.
Are you a clout chaser, Stacey?
She's
No.
not. She doesn't even pay fucking attention to her own clout.
Okay, so I don't see what
Contradicting
the
your own
problem
statements,
is.
darling.
She doesn't, though. And that's what's really fucked up because she knows she could and she doesn't. So fucked up. Like, she could fucking do so well. I'll stop. Just do the podcast, Stacey. Just do the podcast. Please. Don't get me involved.
I don't know where to go from here,
Oh, I'm gonna go to my car real soon. That's where I'm gonna go. With love. I
Tara.
keep saying that. With love. Because I love you guys. But also, you do not need to sort this out with me around.
I'm really sorry, Tara.
That's okay.
I'm drunk.
It'd be like that. Yeah, you're super drunk.
I'm drunk too.
super drunk.
Tara, would you be willing to come back at a later date when we're less having a traumatic experience?
Will you sign paperwork that says that neither of you will be drunk?
I'll sign anything you want as long as Kristen is also able to participate.
Yes. But you both need to sign that you will both not be drunk. I'll not walk into this again.
Are you still my friend?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's been a weird
Everybody's
day.
got their own, dysfunction.
I'm
Who
really
the fuck am
sorry.
I to judge?
I'm really sorry. I kind of wish that this was Drew that had to deal with this because I feel like he would have been
Wow.
less offended.
I'm not offended.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah. What do I have to be offended by?
I'm
It's
really
not
sorry.
personal. I love you guys. No, it's fine. Dyke drama, dyke drama. Da-da-da, dyke drama,
Hey,
dyke
Kristen,
drama,
we-
dyke
we're
drama,
gonna
all
release this
day.
episode. We
The
have
dyke
to.
drama episode. Will you call it dyke drama? Will you do it just for me?
She doesn't give a shit.
Dyke drama, dyke
all Brandon.
drama.
Apparently it's just me and Brandon now.
Da-da-da, dyke drama, dyke drama, dyke drama, all day.
You do have a good singing voice.
Thank you.
All right.
I just imitate the noises that I hear from other famous artists.
That's great. I feel like this is a good place to end our podcast. What do you think, Tara? My only other person I'm talking to here, which is not normal for me.
I'm gonna go roll myself a big fat blunt, Stacey. I ain't gonna lie to you. No
I'm
front,
Really sorry.
no cap.
I'm really sorry.
As the kids say. For what?
For breaking hearts.
You're such a bitch. Oh my god, I love you and all, but fuck you, Stacey.
I'm sorry. Hey, you know what though? I really liked you.
Well, I really like you too, but like, damn,
But
girl,
I feel
calm
like
down.
when we had our date, I really liked you, and then you're like, no, you remind me too much of this person. And you know what? Good on you, because now I know what that feels like.
That's not a compliment. I do not. I return to center. I can't accept this. I'm sorry.
All right.
I love you and all. Thanks for having me, I guess.
You're a great friend.
I am a really good sport. Yeah. Don't ever fucking forget. I want y'all to say it on my grave. I don't give a fuck what Drew has to say. Drew's going to talk mad shit until the end, but you want to know what? I'm a good ass friend. And this will be probably on the internet, right? In infamy. Yeah. It's like permanent. Now y'all have a record of it. Very tolerant and loving person. Love you, bitch. I'm always going to love you, bitch.
Thank you. That's really nice. Kristen, do you want to say anything before we end? No.
Can I say something about your shorts?
Sure.
I really like your sunset pinup girl. I'm here for it. Sunset beach pinup girl, obviously. She says this like this is new information to anybody here in this room, but
Okay. You knew this?
what are you? Look, bitch, it takes one to know one, all right? I can spot a fuckboy from 8 miles away because that's my competition. I'm out of here. I feel so misunderstood.
Okay, wait, Kristen,
In my 20s,
come
I
on.
was a fuckboy, but I grew up out of that shit. No, I don't want it.
Kristen just said that in her 20s she was a fuckboy.
I'm giving up. I love you guys.
She said that for the
Don't
longest
ever say
time
that I never
in
did
her
nothing
life,
for you.
she was a fuckboy.
I grew up, and I grew out of it.
And she grew up and grew out of it. Well, you know what? Maybe I never had my chance, and maybe my chance is now.
I don't want to talk about this.
She doesn't want to talk about this on the pod. All right, it is just me now. Everyone else has abandoned the podcast.
Wow.
So,
I love that. Oh, wow.
you know what? You two, Kristen, I feel like you need a friend. If Tara's willing to be your friend, I'm going to leave. I'm leaving. I'm going to leave right now. And I'll see you tomorrow night. And hopefully you'll be in a better place.
This is just a relay race, and I'm just a pass-off guy. It's fine.
Same fucking house tomorrow is what Kristen said. And
Who's on the podcast next?
Drew Zimmerman.
Thank God, because I have like a moral requirement to warn him of what he's walking into.
And you should.
It's contractual. I feel bound to warn him.
I know
What
that
is to
everything is my fault, and I'm sorry. But fuck.
I'm sorry, but everything after but is bullshit.
Kristen just said you're not sorry. Everything after but is bullshit. I'm a little bit drunk right now, and you know what? She's kind of right, but also I just want to have our podcast.
To be fair, I don't feel like you should drive if you're a little bit drunk right now. But do you have anybody else that could come and drive you home?
I'm gonna drive, and I'll be fine.
I don't love that. I don't co-sign that.
I appreciate.
You're an adult. I'm not gonna fucking take your keys.
You know what? I appreciate your
co-sign
input.
that.
If I do not feel safe to drive, I won't drive. But also, I feel like we really need to end this podcast right now,
Well,
especially because Kristen is not willing to be a part of it.
I think she'd be willing to be a part of it if you were not also a part of it. But that's just my outsider's view.
Is that true? Would you want to continue with Tara if I left? I can do that. That's okay. She said no.
I am unloved. I feel like an unloved guest. Although I did get a Coke and some pizza and brownie out of it, so
That's pretty good
also
for
sitting
you.
here, yeah, and some edibles, and I'm sitting here smoking on Kay's vape.
She never buys.
I'll come
Pizza
back
for
for
any-
sure. Y'all took care of me despite the emotional assault. This was emotional assault. I want to just say.
You're in between two emotional assaults. But in all honesty,
I am being
welcome to
emotionally
come back
assaulted.
anytime, even when
Like
I'm not
monkey in the
home.
middle.
You could take a brownie with you. It's not a big deal. I'm happy that you came. I'm so sorry that it came like this.
I love you. Calm down.
It's a lot to handle at this very moment in time in my life. Mainly because I didn't know how much of a fuckboy Stacey was. So, please take a brownie, take some pizza home with you, do whatever you need to. Thank you.
I really wish that everything you said was on the mic. Honestly, I do, because that's a part of this, and you just refuse to record.
Well, it's way.
I think that Kristen
This
needs...
is that self-talk that I'm talking about. We need to talk nicer to ourselves.
Yeah, that too. You know what? You guys, I am going to do both of you a favor, and I'm going to leave right now. Okay? Is that cool with you? Will you maybe come over here if I leave? I feel like you need someone who's not me right now because I can't do this.
This is like a response off. You guys know that this is a circle, right?
I don't know what you mean.
It's never ending.
Yeah, I need
It's a
to leave.
cycle.
And I'll see you tomorrow night, okay? Okay? All right.
Love
Thank
you,
you.
Stacey.
I love you too. And we'll have you back. And when it's
you will
less
both be sober upon
weird.
written agreement.
Yes.
Written and signed and dated.
I am willing to do that for you, Tara.
Thanks, boo.
And I've never done that for another guest ever before in my life. So
I doubt anybody else has demanded it. I'm a little entitled when it comes to emotional assaults. I feel like I deserve whatever the fuck I want out of you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It'd be like that sometimes. It's basically just like mad sugar baby energy.
I love that expression.
Sugar babies
so
just put up with a
uncomfortable.
ton of emotional assault and then just get all of the rewards for it, though. I'm fed.
Yeah.
I got weed. Like,
That's really good.
life is good.
All right. Kristen, K. Banks, take my microphone. I'm out.
Okay, love you, Stacey. Bye. Be safe. Be safe. She'll be back tomorrow. So, this is Terra Lyn signing out for the Where's My Hat podcast because all of the hosts have abandoned me. And I am unloved and therefore unappreciated. And it's whatever. It's fine. I'm adorable anyway. You're welcome. K thanks. Bye. Get it? K thanks. Like K Banks. I'm gonna end